Hi everyone, very good afternoon and welcome to our home choir teaching session, which this week of course is Thomas Tallis's beautiful If Ye Love Me. And you're going to absolutely love learning this piece. I know many of you out there already know it, so consider this revision, but we do have people watching who have never sung it before. And it is an absolute gem, a beautiful piece from the Renaissance era. I'm going to tell you a bit more about Tallis and about this piece as we go, but if you'll allow me please to check that the sound is working. Good. And let's just put the score up on screen. If I press this button, can we see it? Good. And if I press the button. Excellent. And let me check that I can hear the individual stems. Marvellous. There we go. So I'm going to go back to the chat view and say hello to everyone. Hope you're having a good day out there. Lighting wise, I had this all set up, and then of course I was ready to start home choir, and the sun came out, which is the first time in about 3 days. There should be a name for this particular effect. So I hope the sun is shining where you are, and if it's not, we're going to bring the sun in the form of some absolutely beautiful Renaissance music. And of course, hello to everyone who's watching live but isn't in the live chat, and to everyone who's subscribed recently. Do you want an update? How many subscribers? Of course you do. So I shall check whilst you wait. Dun, da, 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 dun, dun. Please hold it. Da, da. Your choir rehearsal is important to us. Da, dun, dun. Aha! 5,251, 5251 as of this broadcast. If you're not yet subscribed, why not click the button just below there, that nasty red button. No one wants to look at a red button, so just click on it. You can join the ever-growing throng of people who are members of home choir. Remember, it's all free, and help us on our way to our target of 10,000 subs. And thanks to everyone who's already done so. Don't forget also the like button is free as well. Hello to everyone who I know is watching live but isn't in the live chat. And particular hellos this afternoon to Helene, Bill and Val and Sue and Tony and Sally and Annie and Maureen and Harry and June and everyone else who I know is watching. And then hello everyone over here. How are we all doing today? The choir from Ipanema, absolutely. Dun, dun, dun. Good afternoon, Alison. Hello, Angela. Hello, Carolyn. Hello, Colette. Hello, David. Hello, Teresa. Hello, Emma. Hello, Fiona. Hello, Jackie. Hello, Janet. Hello, Jean. Hello, Lisa. Hello, Linda. Hello, Michael. Hello, Mike. Hello, Nicola. Hello, Patricia. Hello, Sam. Hello, Sheila. Hello, Susanna. Hello, Wendy. Hello, Wendy. Hello to all of you. And indeed to anyone who's watching but not chatting this afternoon. This is a really beautiful piece, and I'm really looking forward to teaching it to you with the full range of tech that we have here. But of course, the tech never gets in the way. It's all about the beautiful music. So with that in mind, let's start off with a beautiful chord. Let's start by singing home choir to the notes of either F, A or C, the chord of F major, and we can start our afternoon broadcast. Here we go. Nice deep breath, everyone, and beautifully sung, everyone. And welcome to our teaching session this week, which, as you can see, is Thomas Tallis's If Ye Love Me. This is a piece from the 16th century, and we have taught this already on the channel, but way back in the dim and distant days of 2020. And things have moved on a bit for us technologically since then, although the music is still as lovely as it ever was. So we'll be reteaching this piece today, starting with the soprano section, then alto, then tenor, then bass, and a full sing through at the end. And of course, if you're watching this later, all of these individual teaching sessions will be time-stamped, so you can jump straight to the part that's relevant for you. If you're watching live this afternoon, get comfy and do feel free to sing along as we go. Now, of course, here on Home Choir, we've got a packed programme and very varied too. Tallis today, a song of the weather on Friday. Every time I look at the live chat here on Home Choir, there's someone talking about the weather. I do it half the time as well. And so I thought it was about time that we had a look at the origins of this song, as actually written by Sarah Coleridge, who was actually the granddaughter of Samuel Coleridge. But the song that we're going to be looking at this Friday was adapted, shall we say, and many would say vastly improved by Flanders and Swan. So a fun song about the weather this coming Friday, along with other great pieces. And then on Monday, we haven't had one for a while. We're going to have a Song of the Sea alongside several others. The new one is called Yo Heave Ho, and will get your week off to a great start, no matter what the weather. And of course, next week, our teaching session, well, we're going to have a brand new piece to the channel. Not a new composer. We have looked at one of his works before, but this is Jesu Grant Me This I Pray by perhaps the best named composer in all of music, maybe second only to the one and only Engelbert Humperdinck, who was a composer of romantic music before his name was adopted by the pop singer. We're going to be singing a piece by Orlando Gibbons next Wednesday. It's absolutely lovely. It's very simple, and do join us for that if you can. Now, of course, all of these broadcasts, well, we couldn't do it without the kind support of our community. We are 100% supported and funded by our donors. So thank you to everyone who gives, whether it's a small amount or whether you're able to give us as much as you can. We really do appreciate all of the support. And if you would like to join that group of people who supports and helps us make these shows, well, go along to homechoir.org/donate, and every penny goes back into making these broadcasts. And thank you to everyone who supports us. Now, of course, there's a lot going on in the world of home choir. More coming. We'll be announcing our town hall, which is going to be taking place in a few weeks, where we'll update you on everything that we've been doing this year. And it has been a packed year. We've got some amazing stuff coming your way soon. And of course, every week we update you with more links and scores and so on. So to keep track of all that, we produce a weekly email newsletter. It's free. We promise to never spam you. Just go to homechoir.org, click newsletter, sign up, fill in the very short form, and you're done. And go and have a cup of tea, which is indeed what I've got here. But what I would also ask you to do, if you tell us when your birthday is, we'll never ask the year, but just the day and the month, well, then we'll sing you happy birthday when your day rolls round. And today we have 4 home choristers celebrating their birthdays: Claire, Julie, Angela, and Mike. So let's sing for our 4 choristers today. And I do hope you all have a good day. Everyone after 2, 1, 2. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Claire, Julie, Angela, and Mike. Happy birthday to you and many more. Happy birthday to all 4 of you. There'll be more birthdays, of course, on Friday. So, everyone, today we're learning music by this chap here. This is Thomas Tallis, and he's a very interesting character because in the world of music, well, politics and dogma are like sort of shifting sands, and they leave their temporary mark on history, but music remains eternal. And the life of Thomas Tallis very much reflects this. It's a testament to this idea. Now, Thomas Tallis was born in 1505 and he died in 1585, which is quite a long life for someone who lived in the 16th century. And he remained what's been referred to as an unreformed Roman Catholic throughout his life. And he adapted professionally to serve the monarch of the time. And those of you who know your English history and you know your kings and queens know that an awful lot happened with religion in the 16th century. He wrote for the Latin Catholic Mass until Henry VIII broke with the Roman Catholic Church. Then he moved to write Anglican music, and then he returned to the Catholic Mass to accommodate Queen Mary. And then under Elizabeth I, he returned to the Anglican tradition. So, you know, I think he got dizzy just constantly turning round on himself. And this means he wrote music both in Latin and in English. And this brief 4-part motet, which is called If Ye Love Me, was published in 1565 during the reign of Queen Elizabeth I. And it's a setting of the passage of the Gospel of John, and it's absolutely beautiful. It very much conforms to the style of the time, which is a very pure, what we call homophonic style. So everyone sings effectively in a chordal pattern, and yet within these quite restrictive parameters, he manages to push the boundaries. And he allows imitation and glorious counterpoint, kind of looking ahead to the Baroque era, to blossom. It's a masterpiece. It's very short. It's very lovely. It's called If Ye Love Me. So we're going to start off this afternoon. If I press this magic button here, we're going to begin with the soprano line. Although, as you'll note, it's not actually a soprano line. It was written for male voices And so the soprano and alto line actually occupy the same sort of pitch range, except the top line is known as superius. Now, sopranos and anyone singing this line, I don't want you to get big-headed about this. This is very much just a reflection of what Tallis called it. But yes, we'll start with the superius line. Sounds like a character from Harry Potter. Okay, so if I just, sorry, just a quick twiddle here. If we start here at the beginning, a very good place to start, we can see this phrase here, the first 4 bars, which I'm going to highlight on screen. And of course, the PDF for this is in the description if you prefer to have your own copy. And we're in 4 beats in a bar, so it's if ye love me, keep my commandments. Okay, and we're singing through these lines. We're making sure it's absolutely beautiful as we push through. With the piano, are you ready? And if ye love me, keep my commandments. Very simple, very beautiful. Let's sing it with the superius track. I'm going to have the rest of the choir singing a little bit quieter underneath. Okay, so we're going to take a nice deep breath and we're going to sing, and if ye love me, and 1, keep my commandments. Good, and we take a breath in the first beat of bar 5, and I will pray the Father. So it's after 1, it's 1. And I will pray the Father. Okay, so we're singing through these longer notes here. Pray, obviously, is an important syllable. So we grow through. And Father, which goes across the strong beat. Okay, so let's listen to that. It's 1. Okay, let's sing that together, and I will pray. And 1, and I will pray the Father. Very nice. Let's sing that together after 1, and 1. And I will pray the Father. Excellent. Well done. Then we sing, and he shall give you another comforter. Listen to that on the piano. 2, 3. All right, so let's sing that with the recording. And he shall give you after 1, and 1. 2, 3. Excellent. Now that's the first section. We then go into the second section, which repeats. That's what this double dotted line here means. Okay, we can see it, bar 14. And then here at the end, just for those who need the explanation, you've got a first time bar and a second time bar. So as we sing from bar 14, when we get to bar 26 here, when we get this, we see the 2 dots at the end of that bar. That means go back up to bar 14 and sing to the end. And when you get to bar 25, you jump over bar 26 and you finish in bar 27. So if we go from bar 14, we can see, well, we're not having to sing there. We've got 2 and a bit bars of rest. And let's have a listen to what's happening underneath. Now, we pick up from the harmony there, that he may bide with you forever. And this should all be sung in a very loving, very gentle way. So we come in after 1, and it's 1. That he may bide with you forever. And just make those F sharps so, so beautiful, so plain and so lovely. And grow through that he. It's a long note going across the strong beat. So after 1, ready sopranos, and 1. And 1. one.
Abide with you forever.
Excellent. Now, bar 21, after almost a 2-bar rest, we sing, now it's written even the spirit of truth, but we sing in the spreet of truth. Okay, this is a stylistic idiosyncrasy, in the spreet, not even the spirit, in the spreet of truth. Spreet, I know, sounds like a soft drink. It's not. Okay, so we sing one. In the spirit of truth, in the spirit of truth. So we're going from the B, down the fifth, back up, and then just down the scale. Okay, singing through all the long notes. Let's sing in the spirit of truth. After one, and one. Oh, excuse me, and again, and one.
In the spirit of truth, in the spirit of truth.
Excellent. Then we jump back up to the fourth and we sing in the spirit of truth. Okay, and note goes quite low. That's because it was written for a male alto at this point. So sops, dig deep for this one. So in the spirit here in bar 24, it's one. In the spirit of truth. Very nice indeed. Now what happens at the end of that bar is we go back up to bar 14 and we sing it softer. We sing it as a quiet echo the second time. Now what we're going to do, because I don't want to spoil the surprise for the end, and we still have 3 parts to learn, so we're going to sing from the beginning as the soprano part, or superius to be perfectly correct. And then what we're going to do is we're going to stop after the first repeat, then I'm going to teach the alto, tenor, bass, and then we'll sing it through at the end with both repeats as a full choral experience. So from the top, superius singing there, and let's enjoy ourselves. So take a nice deep breath and off we go. And
If ye love me,
and one,
keep my commandments,
and one.
and I will pray the Father,
We take a deep breath, and one,
and he shall give
2, 3.
another comforter.
So bar 14, bar 15. We take a deep breath, and one,
Let him
and one.
abide with you forever.
Take a deep breath, bar 20, and one.
In the spirit of truth,
And
in the spirit of truth, in the spirit of truth.
And then, as you can see from the animated score, it goes back up to bar 14. We sing exactly the same thing again, just softer. And we're going to save that treat for the end. We're going to have a look now at the altus part, the alternative to the superius. And so we can see here from the start, this is homophonic. At least a lot of it is homophonic. This is chordal-based music with, generally speaking, 1 note per syllable, though he does push that a little bit. So very much, as I said, pushing the boundaries. Okay, so altos. And one thing I want you to note before we sing it is the long note at the end of mandments. Okay, it's actually a full bar, and it overlaps into the next phrase. It's kind of a way of connecting the material. So just be ready for that. So take a really deep breath as we sing. And if ye love me, keep my commandments. Okay, it's a long, long line. Let's sing it with the recording. Are we ready? There's your note. Nice deep breath. Oh, hang on. Sorry, before we do, breathe normally. I've just realised I've still got it turned up to the soprano part. Sorry, you can't get the staff. So let's try that again. Nice deep breath. And 2, 3. And 1.
Keep my commandments.
1, 2, off. Good. Very nice. It's a lovely clash at the beginning of bar 7, and you come into the middle of that. Okay, it's all quite sort of low mid-range for altos, and so we sing with a slightly softer tone. And I will pray the Father. A couple of things to just watch out for here. The D sharp here on the of the Father. Okay, pray the Father, da da da, and then the B natural here. Okay, it has the shape where it might suggest a tone drop for the D and a semitone for the B, but it's the other way round. And I will pray the Father. And one more thing, just make sure you sing through pray and Father. These are long notes that create some really nice special effects. Let's sing it, please, altos. After 1 and 1. And I will pray the Father. Then you grab a quick breath and we drop down and we sing, and he shall give you another comforter. Just listen to those pitches, and it's 2, 3. Okay, and he shall give you. Let's sing it after 3. 1, 2, 3. And he shall give you another comforter. And do take the opportunity as you approach that last section on comforter to make it softer. There's very, very little in this that should be sung really anywhere near approaching loudly. This is all very soft and very, very gentle and comforting. Now we reach the repeating section. That first section we can call A. This is the B section, and you are one of the first voices out of the gate here, altos. You hear the tenors sing. We'll just hear the tenors at the beginning of bar 14. It's so. In fact, go from bar 13. Have a listen. Now, they give you that gives you your note here in bar 14, and you rise to the A on that T. And so we sing 1, 2, that He may abide with you forever. Such a lovely line. That is 2 beats. He is 3, so really push through the texture, and then may abide with you forever. The D sharp is particularly important there. Let's sing it together. After 2, there's your note. Ready? 1, 2. 2, 3. Very nice. Then we drop with you forever. Listen. So let's sing it together. 1, 2, 3. With you forever. Good. Now, in the spirit of truth, same for you, altos. All the long notes need to be pushed through, creating lovely clash and tension and release with everyone else. So we start on the same pitch here in bar 19 and we sing, in the spirit of truth. Of truth. The note changes in the middle of the word. Slightly daring of the time. Making melisma was not really the done thing, but here was Tallis pushing the boundaries and very much setting setting the scene for what was to come in future years. So listen to that again. In the Sprit, it's 1, 2. Okay, and don't land too heavily on the first E there, the crotchet, the quarter note. Lean a little more on truth. So in the Sprit, after 2, 1, 2.
In the spirit of truth.
Fabulous, well done. Now, carrying on, in the Spirit of truth. In the Spirit of truth. Very nice. So let's sing that after 3. 1, 2, 3. In the Spirit of truth. Good. Now, very quickly, and this is where you'll need to stagger the breathing, singing along at home. We take over the superior's line. And the superiorus drops below the altus. So we go up to the B here in bar 23. It's 1. In the Spirit of truth. In the Spirit of truth. And again, the long notes should push through. So in the Spirit of truth. In the Spirit of truth. Those important pitches. Push them into the acoustic. So are we ready? After 1. And 1.
In the spirit of truth. In the spirit of truth.
Hold it for the full bar, and then we go back to bar 14, and then there we go. That's lovely. Now, remember the second time we sing it through, it's softer. It's an echo. Okay, it's really important. And as it goes through, it's actually getting softer and softer in this recording. So we're going to sing it through from the beginning. We're going to stop, as we did before, at the end of the first repeat. So we're saving the full sing through for the very end. And I do hope you're enjoying this. Hello to Elizabeth, who seems to have stumbled upon our channel, and you're very welcome. Do stay. It's free. We'd just love to have you singing with us. And people are saying, is this a different version? What this is in E major. You might have sung it in F major, which of course is a semitone higher. This is closer to the original pitch, and also more comfortable for the choir to sing, that is to say, me. As the years roll on, and particularly as I get into my later 40s, I'm finding singing, I used to be fine singing Ds and Es as an alto. Nowadays, I'm finding it more difficult to sing Cs, so it's a very much reflection of the aging voice of the conductor. So we're going to sing from the very beginning. And keep it beautiful, keep it warm, everyone. Are we ready? Altus from the top. And 2, 3.
Keep my commandments.
We take a deep breath. And 1.
And I will pray the Father, and he shall give you another comforter.
And listen to the tenor note here. And 2, 3. And
in the spirit of truth.
big breath.
In the spirit of truth.
And
in the spirit of truth. In the spirit of truth.
and then that same pitch for the second time. Oh, it's just so beautiful. I'm going to stop it there. I'm sorry to interrupt the flow. If you're watching later and you want to sing the whole thing through, it will all be time-stamped and you can jump ahead. But we are going to go back to the beginning and we're going to look now at the tenor part. And so I'm just going to put the tenors at the front And I'm going to put the altos. Nobody puts the altos in the corner. I'm afraid we do here. Okay. So have a quick sip of drink. Stay hydrated, everyone. Now, tenors here. It's a really nice line, this, for tenors. It's very, very nice. It does have, for me, one moment that is slightly perilous and slightly scary, and I remember singing it as a teenager, but we're going to get through it together. Otherwise, it's absolutely gorgeous. So we start on the G sharp, which is the third of the chord, a very important note, and so we sing tenors. If ye love me, keep my commandments. And it's a long note at the end, so make sure you take a really, really deep breath. Okay, so we're going to sing it from the start. There's your notes, tenors. Nice deep breath. And 2, 3, if you love me, and 1. Keep my and off. Good. Well done. Now starting on the same pitch. Oh, I'm sorry, actually. My apologies. It's not the same pitch. I'm just going to make a... Oh, that was unexpectedly loud. The joys of synth. Right, excuse me. It's going to make a slight noise. Oh, why is it not letting me change the note? Oh, that's annoying. It should be, and I will pray. Shouldn't be a B. Right, bear with me a moment, everyone. The technology is not behaving itself. That's better. You can tell it's a live stream. There we go. So it should be this. It should be. That's better. Okay. So there we go. So, and I will pray the Father. So we start on that G sharp and it's. And I will pray the Father. There we go. So let's have that again, just with the tenors a little bit louder if we can. So, and I will pray. After 3, 1, 2, 3. And I will pray the Father. Good. And then we sing, and he shall give you another comforter. Listen to it. And he shall give you another comforter. Good. So let's sing that together. And he shall give 2, 3. And he shall give you another comforter. Now, at this point, tenors, I'm just going to zoom in slightly more so we can see things a little clearer. Sorry, whenever you edit things, it loses all of your settings. Now, bar 13. This is a particularly nice moment for tenors. Imagine you're singing this in the Chapel Royal, you're singing this in a beautiful cathedral, maybe, for example, I don't know, the Cathedral of St. Philip in Atlanta, just to choose an example at random, and you let your voice continue. If you're singing it in a room, it's just, that he may abide. But if you're in a big acoustic, that he may abide with you forever. That's the acoustic you need to have in mind as you're singing this line, because that's what it was written for. So let's listen to it again. It's 1, 2. That he may abide with you forever. And then, that he may abide with you forever. And that A sharp here is so important. Make sure you're pushing through that to the B. Let's sing that entire line. That he, going from halfway through bar 13. Starting here after 2 tenors. 1, 2, 2, 3. Very nice indeed. Now, I mentioned a precarious moment, particularly for male tenors. Interested to know, because I've got some tenoras, lady tenors, singing along today. Is it the same for you? But going from there to that F sharp, it just leaps out. You've got nowhere to breathe, and you've just got to go ever in the spirit of truth, the spirit. It just sort of punches through the texture, and it's a tricky one to pitch. So just be careful. Bear in mind, it's a fifth away. And if you're rehearsing this for a performance with a choir, it's definitely worth singing Va in the spirit, va in the spirit, va in the spirit. Literally just moving up and down between the fifths. But if we go from in the spirit, again, the spirit of truth in bar 19, it's in the spirit of truth, the spirit of truth. So we hold the note on spirit in bar 21, and then it's of truth in bar 22. So just be ready for that. Bar 19, in the spirit. Are we ready after 1? And 1. In the spirit of truth, the spirit 2, 3, 4. Of truth. Now dropping down to the lower register. In the spirit of truth, the spirit of truth, the spirit of truth. Just listen to that coming in from in here in bar 22. It's 2, 3. Okay, lots around that B, so make sure that's a nice clean note. Okay, in the spirit from that note there after 3. 1, 2, 3. In the spirit of truth, the spirit of truth, the spirit of truth. And then, as you can see, we go from this note here, that he, straight back to bar 14, but softer the second time. So, as before, we're going to sing it from the beginning. Only to the end of the first repeat, though. We're waiting. It'll be about another 5 minutes or so before we can sing it all the way through. So, tenors here, and do enjoy singing this one. From the top, nice deep breath, and 2, 3, and 1. Keep my commandments. Off. And I will pray the Father. Very nice. 1, 2, 3. And he shall give you another comforter. 2, 3. And now up to 14. 2, 3. Lovely. And we'll hear the rest of that shortly. Let's go back to the top and let's have a look at the bass line. Thanks for your patience, basses, as always. Left to the end. But I know the basses are looking forward to learning this one. So here we go. Let's put that in the right place. So basses. Oh, I also need to change the levels, don't I? Pop that there. Dum, da, dum, da, dum. So basses. If ye love me, keep my commandments. And you have the longest note on ments. 6 beats. So take a huge breath. If you need to breathe after me there, as it were, then you're absolutely fine to do that. Let's sing it basses. There's your note. Here we go. And 2, 3.
If ye love me, keep my commandments.
There we go. Just a quick pause. Joel is asking a really good question about the tenor line. Is the last note tenor, is it really right? Is it a B? Because he remembers it differently. I bet you remember it as the third instead. That would have been an alteration, editorial alteration, probably from the Victorian era. They didn't like finishing on a bare chord. Tallis wrote a bare chord, and it was bowdlerized, as they would say. They sanitized it and put the third in. So he probably sang an edition where they put the third in. We're singing it a bit more, I think, authentically closer to Tallis's original. There we go. Thanks, Joel. Okay, so let's carry on. So back to the world of basses. We have a bar and a half where we let the rest of the choir sing. So let's listen to that basses. Here we go. Then we sing. And I will pray the Father. After 2, 1, 2.
And I will pray the Father.
Good. Then we sing. And he shall give you another comforter. And okay, let's sing that after 1 and 1.
And he shall give you another comforter.
Nice and soft. Excellent. Now, from the same pitch, we rise by a fourth. Okay, there's your Star Trek again. Starting in bar 14. That he may abide with you forever, may abide with you forever. So just listen to those pitches from bar 14. It's... Okay, let's sing that with the recording starting there. Nice deep breath. And 2, 1.
He may abide with you forever, may abide with you forever.
Good. Then we take a breath and we sing In the Spirit of Truth. So this first one is pushing slightly above the stave, but don't let it get heavy basses. Let it float again into the cathedral. This sort of In the Spirit of Truth, the Spirit of Truth. And you've got that nice little, we can call it a jaunty rhythm there. Da dee da dee da da dee da da da. Okay, nice and gentle, like a lullaby. In the Spirit of Truth basses. Ready after 3, 1, 2, 3.
In the Spirit of Truth, the Spirit of Truth.
Then we have 1, 2, 3 count. 1, 2, 3. In the spirit of truth, the spirit of truth. And just be careful here. It's that drop down to the A here. It's Amen. That's that particular movement. Let's sing that together. Basses after 3. 1, 2, 3.
In the spirit of truth, the spirit of truth.
2, 3. Then we go back to 14, same pitch.
That he may abide with you.
It's so lovely. And I'm going to just pause it, and we're going to sing it with the basses from the start, just to the end of the first repeat. And then we'll all step into the cathedral and we'll sing it together. Okay, so basses there from the start. If you love me, nice deep breath. And 2, 3.
If ye love me,
And 1.
keep my commandments.
Hold it. 2, 3, 4. Off. Good. Well done. Deep breath. And
And I will pray the Father, and he shall give you another comforter.
then we breathe. And
That he
2. And
may abide with you forever, may abide with you forever.
and
In the spirit of truth, the spirit of truth.
1, 2, 3.
In the spirit of truth, the spirit of truth.
2, 3, 4. And back to the beginning, which is what we're all going to do now. So take an opportunity, if you haven't done so, to hydrate. Quick sip of drink. Okay, so just bear with me a moment whilst I am putting all of the rest of the parts back on screen and having them all sing at the right level. I'd like to invite you all, please, if you haven't done so, to subscribe to Home Choir if you're watching. Do hit the like button if you haven't done so already. If you're watching this as part of a choral preparation for a concert, send it to all your friends, as it's all free. We just want as many of you as possible to enjoy this music as much as we do. So this is the full performance, as sung by the full choir, and we'll be singing this one a week on Sunday as part of our unique Sing Sunday programme. But for now, let's sing this lovely piece with the repeat, and remember the repeat is softer. Here we go, over a nice deep breath. And
If ye love me, keep my commandments, and I will pray for the Father, I will pray for the Father, and he shall give you
there we go, everyone. I really hope you enjoyed learning that absolutely beautiful piece of English Renaissance music. Thomas Tallis's If Ye Love Me. Now, if you did enjoy it, please do subscribe, hit the like button, and join us next week as we will be singing another piece of beautiful Renaissance music, this time by the composer Orlando Gibbons. And this is a piece called, if I put it up on screen, "Jesu, grant me this, I pray." It's very short. It's very, very lovely. It's one of his songs, and I'll tell you more about his songs next week. Of course, we're back on Friday, which is just a couple of days away, with something very different, some fun songs, a bit of Tom Lehrer, and lots of Flanders and Swan. And then on Monday next week, we'll be singing some sea shanties, including the new one, Yo Heave Ho. So lots to look forward to here on Home Choir, and thanks so much for being here today. Everyone do take care, and we'll see you soon. See you, folks. All the best. Bye.